All right, so we finally have a nice day. It's only going to be in like the 70s or low 80s today. So I'm going to get my work area cleaned back up. And today is the day that I am trying to drill that out and put that the helicoil in there. So I got the stuff that I need here for it, and we will give that a shot today. All right, so we got the work area cleaned up. Got our tools. So the thought process is to just set the head back on. This is the hole that I need. This is the hole right here. And use that as a guide. A little bit of play, but at least it'll be a general guide so I can get it in straight and then put the helicoil in. So that's the plan. So we're going to try that. Alright, so the head's on and I'm measuring from there to there, which is 18.05 millimeters. If you remember earlier in videos, that distance below that was 16.61. So what is that? 34.66. So we'll write that down. 34.66 millimeters. Okay. Then what I will do is I will measure from here, 34.66 millimeters. Put a piece of tape, and that way, as I am drilling down, once I get to wherever that tape mark is, once it hits that, I know I have my distance. That should work. I'll double check that, but yes. So that's the plan. Alright, so there we go. So once that tape hits that, then that should be 16.61 down. So now, what I did was I marked that, and that distance to there should have been 16.61, but it was actually 14.15. The reason being was this dropped down a little further into the hole because the top of the hole was a little bigger, and if I remember correctly from the other videos, it was about 2 millimeters or so down. So that math works out correct for me. So at least it won't be too far. Can always go further. Can't go less. Can go more though. So what I'll do is I'll drill that out, then I'll put that bolt in and see if it goes all the way down and in. And as long as it sits flush, then I can put the helicoil in. Alright, so we're all set up to start. Got the vacuum hooked up to take any shards away that I can. You know, something's better than nothing, I guess. And we'll just try to start drilling as straight as we possibly can. Do a little prayer, and let's start. Alright, so it's drilled, and that now goes in all the way. We just got to get that helicoil in there. I think I did pretty good of not tearing up the sides of this too bad. I mean, obviously I hit it a little bit, but I think I did pretty good. So, there you go. Oh, I think I'm going to be okay. Get that helicoil in there, and I think I will be okay. Alright, so that's looking down in the hole. little off, it looks like, but I mean, the bolt goes down and in, so hopefully that helicoil, when that gets down in there, it'll be good. Okay, so I now have it tapped as well. So now I'm going to try to put the helicoil in, and we'll see how this goes. Well, it is in. So what I'll do is I will put the head on, make sure it gets down tight enough. But I think I got it fixed. We'll verify with the head on. Well, success. It's in there, and it's in there tight. So I think I got it. I am very, very, very grateful for that. So now we can start rebuilding. I got a couple other things I want to do. I want to clean the grounds up and things like that while I got this all apart. But I think we are, I think we're good to go. That makes me very happy. All right, so we also started on cleaning up some of the engine bay. I kind of cleaned some of that up a little bit. Got some of that grease off of there. We're working on cleaning the ground wires right now, so that is in a salt and vinegar mix, and then after I do that, it goes to baking soda and water, and that will clean those grounds out. So in order to get these grounds out, I don't want to fool around with it because I don't want to dump it, but the bolt that holds that on right there needed to be loosened up so I could get the bolt that was holding the ground wires out. And then these, if you remember, did kind of the same thing on the head. These are just soaked in evapor rust. I'm just trying to clean up some of these threads. The other ones didn't need it. They weren't really rusty, but those three were. So I just soak the paper towels in evapor rust and then wrap it around, and hopefully that'll clean some of those up. Really probably should take those off and clean those, but I'm terrified that those aren't going to come out and they're going to snap. So, I don't know. Well, you know, it could just be surface rust or whatever, but I guess I could try. So, oh, there's my timer to come out of the salt and vinegar. So, we'll just keep working on the ground wires. All right. So, new day. A little warmer out today. But let's see how this did. Not too bad. Have to pick at that a little bit. Guess it's a little better. Threads look a little better at least. I'll have to clean up the threads a little more. But that's not too bad. And I was just kind of getting the rest of the coolant and stuff out of there, because I'm going to try to vacuum down in there because there's a bunch of junk down inside there. Grounds. So, I'll show you kind of. So I got these back here done. And I got that done as well. This one up front, there's one in here. I haven't started on that one yet. Kind of hard to see down in there. There it is. Trying to figure out how I'm going to get to that. Actually, I think I'm going to get it loosened up. My daughter's hand is small enough to get in there and get that. So I think I'll take that out. This one I got off. But as you can see, all the wires are sitting there. There's my little jar stuff. can't get the wires in, so I got another plan. So you'll have to wait and see. And I'll show you that when that happens. Man. So today's plan is drain the oil and do the oil cool separator. And then clean up the rest of this side of the engine too, hopefully today. So that is today's plan. So if you remember from previous video, I was cleaning this up and I had this rust in here that I couldn't get to. So what I did was fill the cup with evapor rust and let it soak overnight, and guess what? All that it was gone. So now I just got to flip it over and I'll put that side in. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. That side's further away. So now I got to figure out something else. Alright, so that's what we figured out. So that's what we're gonna go with. So we'll leave that soaking overnight. Alright. Success again. Oil air cool separator out. Work on cleaning that up a little bit. Most of it got in the pan. So that's good. Glad I had that stuff on there. But yeah, we'll get that cleaned up and keep on going. Alright, I was also able to get this bracket off. It came off actually fairly easy, so which was nice. And see, the threads actually go all the way through. So that's sitting in evapor rust right now. Clean that up as well. So having an issue getting that off, which is the pressure relief valve and then the sending unit. I don't have a wrench that size, and my crescent wrenches are too thick and they catch this part and they don't get onto the nut. So I think it's a 26 and I don't have a 26-inch wrench. And if I go buy one, I need to make sure that it's thin enough that it can actually get onto that nut. It's really kind of weird. It's a really odd way of doing that because it's hard to get to. I mean, I have two different size crescent wrenches. One is smaller, but it's still a little too thick. So, and then this I've soaked in PB Blaster, but I was putting so much pressure on it, I started tearing through the wood on the, and pulling the vise actually up and out of the wood. So, I guess I'll just let it soak for a while. Hopefully that helps. But I think that's going to be it for today. I got a leaky toilet I got to fix. So that's a little more pressing matter than this. So that's going to be it for this episode. And, you know, I don't know. It's supposed to be a nice week. I don't really have anything going on during the week except one night. So maybe if it's not too hot, I will come out and fool around a little bit during the week, you know, at night when it cools down a little bit. But that is it for this week.